Well, you obviously don't, but yeah, I think it was two things. I don't feel like we came out with just the same aggressiveness that we did at their place a week ago. But again, their intensity was tremendously high, and Connecticut's a team that you just can't make a lot of mistakes against. And I don't think we were as patient as we should be, and again, just the aggressiveness. But I'm certainly not taking anything away. I think UConn they can overwhelm you with their length and their intensity.
What would you say to them at the half? I mean, the game was probably open for the most part.
Right.
Postseason's
Yeah, I think I was probably the most disappointed. I just don't think our body language was great. I just didn't think our intensity was great. I felt like we looked defeated. And the thing we wanted to do was walk out and really go and dive on the floor and play more like a unit. And that's what I really challenged them to do. I think we lost the second half by 11. And, I think that's really important. And, you've got to get something out of these games. I think UConn is so much further ahead of than our program is, and than a lot of programs are, really. But you've got to get some out of it. And I think our kids have to handle adversity better than we did the first half. And the second half, I thought we did a much better job. Back-to-back games? You talking about against Connecticut, or? Not easy. The scout was pretty easy, but I think it's tough. I really had a lot of hopes today that we felt like the last game we competed pretty well, and I really had a lot of hopes that we could build on that tonight. And we just couldn't get it going, and so I don't know if that really mattered that it was back to back, but you can't start the game flat against them. And you play yesterday. We have a hard-fought game yesterday. I don't know if that had a factor or not, but you got to start mentally tough in this game, and I don't know that we really did that.
Was the same sort of thing? I mean, the game was probably much over after the first quarter from a score standpoint, but how did you guys stay focused and try to battle them for the last 20 minutes when you don't really play left?
Yeah, I think it was just wow. I think it was just really staying together as a team. At halftime, we talked about that as a team of just we can't just bicker at each other. That's not going to get anywhere. So we really just had to, be more coachable, be more receptive with each other, and just learn from these teaching points, learn something from this game. Like Coach said, we can't just take this as a loss and move on. We have to take something out of it.
I feel like we're in a pretty good position for the NIT. I mean, we played a really good schedule. Our RPI is good. I've coached a lot of years, and you're sitting on this, so I would think that we're in a pretty good spot. I certainly told the team I thought we were going to have an opportunity, and we're probably a perfect team for it. We only have 2 seniors. We have 5 freshmen. We want to take a postseason opportunity and see how much better our group can get. I told him we should be thankful that maybe this won't be what we have to sit on and think about this loss all year. So hopefully that we can accept the challenge in the postseason and do pretty well.
Any other questions?
I hope I don't have to figure that out. I think it's tough. I told them East Carolina's got to do that, and they left here last night, and they have to do that. It is tough, but there's a lot of people in their wake that's probably going to have to handle having Connecticut be their last game.
If you look at during the game, incremental things like a couple last game, time the end of the game, all of a sudden there was a couple weeks, there was a timeout. You kind of taking timeouts. I don't remember taking timeout.
Well, we certainly did last game. I mean, there were some things. It was the lowest percentage of the year they had shot in our last game. I mean, we won the first quarter. It was the most deficit they had. I mean, we certainly take that away. And I think in our position in our program right now, I mean, we've been the American for 2 years, and what we're trying to do is to close that gap. And so there are things like that, but. I am certainly not going to beat my team up so much. I mean, Connecticut has shown they are so far ahead of everybody else in the country that I'm certainly not going to make my team feel like it's a disaster what happened today. I mean, I think they have done that to a lot of teams. So, when they turn it up and when they turn that energy up and, they shoot like they did tonight and share the ball like they did tonight, I don't think there's anybody that can beat them.
You guys enjoy coming up here because, you know, you guys boosted Final Fours.
Right.
Everybody always gets excited about going to New Orleans.
Are you going to get me to compare this with New Orleans? That's not fair.
I'm just saying as much as you guys can have it coming up.
No, I think this is a great tournament environment. I really do. I think our kids really have enjoyed it. They've been able to go and watch other teams. I mean, in Scout yesterday, they ran out of Scout to come over here and watch Temple. I think it's a super environment. I love that there's people here. You know, I've been a part of the ACC and Conference USA for many years, and you just didn't have this kind of environment for a conference tournament. So it's good to see. And I'll be honest, I would rather be playing Connecticut with a full crowd than to play someone else with an empty arena. I think our kids like that too. So it's definitely a positive environment.
I gotta ask, I've never seen a game with a team giving like 0 for 0 from the free throw line and looking for a full person foul. Do you think that's more of a testament to them defensively or something that you can do?
You really going to ask me that question? We have not shot a free throw against Connecticut in 3 games. A free throw. I mean, I think we average 19, 18 free throws a game. I think that we do a pretty good job with that. So I think that's a little strange. So, but again, we got to play better. You know, I definitely believe that, you know, we need an opportunity to go to the line and we're aggressive. And, you know, I thought defensively sometimes today we really battled for the rebound and just got crushed. But, you know, my team needed to be played. They needed to play better. And, you know, that really what comes down to. Now, you know, if there's a time where we close this gap and we're still not getting free throws, then you're going to see me pretty upset.
I mean, yeah, you can tell by that we only had 9 assists. That's low for us too. That shows too we weren't as aggressive as we normally are. So that's below our average. We can do better at that.
But we were working on free throws before the game, and I just thought that was kind of a waste. We probably shouldn't work on them. And I didn't really know that was going to happen again 3 games in a row that we don't get a free throw. So that's really tough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.